Hello, everybody. Welcome. Before we get started, I want to do a quick test here. I want to make sure that you can hear me. So I'm going to ask you to use the chat box. You should have a control panel right on your computer screen. It should say, write your message here. Just type in yes, just so that I know that you can hear me. And let's make sure I got the chat box on. Just type in yes if you can hear me. Just want to make sure. There we go. There we go. See some yeses coming in. Perfect. I would hate to start talking and then no one can actually hear me. Okay, ladies, awesome. Thank you so much. All right. I want to make sure you can see my screen. You should see the title slide, How to Heal Your Gut, Burn Belly Fat, and Eliminate Aches and Pains. Just type in yes. If you can see my computer screen. Okay, cool. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. Very good. All right. Thank you, ladies. That's helpful. Okay. Before I get started, I always like to ask everyone where they are calling in from. We get people from all over the country. We've even had some people call in internationally. But just quickly, tell me where you're from. Where are you calling in from? Just type that right in the control panel there. Where are you calling in from? I'm in New Hampshire, right outside of Concord, New Hampshire, the capital. All right, here we go. Florida, Vancouver, Ohio, Oregon, few Floridas, Pennsylvania, Hong Kong. Whoa, really? Michigan, Virginia. Got a few people from Virginia. All right, another New Hampshireite in the house. Let's see, Texas, Montana, Alberta, Canada, Arizona, North Dakota. A few people from Florida calling in, a few people from Ohio. Few Virginians. We got St. Thomas, Ontario, California. A few North Dakotas, Toronto, Canada, Idaho, San Diego. Awesome. This is great. Cool. I love it. I love that this is the wonderful thing about the internet. I love that we can interact with people from all over the country. So ladies, I'm just going to turn the chat box off just for a few minutes because it can be a little distracting during the presentation. So you're going to find that I'm going to turn it off and on intermittently. But I want to officially welcome you to How to Heal Your Gut, Burn Belly Fat, and Eliminate Aches and Pains without dieting or drugs. Before we get started, I just want to make sure you're doing everything to eliminate all distractions. So if you've got, computer notifications, turn those off. I just turned mine off. Put your cell phone away, turn it on vibrate, close the door, tell your husband, if you got your grandkids over, say, hey, listen, don't disturb me for the next hour and a half. I want your undivided attention because I'm going to share some really invaluable information with you. And the more focused you are, the more you're going to get out of it. I do have a special gift that I'm going to give you, a free goodie, just for sticking with me to the end. I have a free video presentation. It's really a 3-part series I'm going to give you that shows you how to reverse arthritis naturally, how to overcome the most common sleep challenges without sleep aids, and how to prevent what are referred to as pharmaceutical-induced deficiencies. So you're going to want to make sure you stick around to the very end. I'm going to give you this free goodie. I'll tell you how to get it. So let's make sure you're in the right place. If you are a woman, who wants to live a long, healthy life, be there for your kids and your grandkids, but maybe you're feeling overwhelmed by information, paralyzed with indecision, you don't know where to start, you're in the right place. If you are a woman who wants to lose weight, maybe you have chronic aches and pains, you've got digestive issues, maybe you're trying to manage hot flashes or other menopausal symptoms, but you're saying, you know what, I don't want to diet, I don't want to take drugs, and I don't want to have to do crazy amounts of exercise, you're in the right place. If you're a woman who's been putting herself on the back burner for most of her life, and you're now realizing, you know what, it's time to take better care of me, but you want a simple and practical plan of action to make that happen that you can maintain, you're in the right place. And most importantly, if you're a woman who wants to make the second phase of her life the absolute best years of her life, then you are definitely in the right place. So for those of you who don't know me, I do see some familiar names on the call. But if you don't know me, my name is Melissa Kerner. I'm the founder of Better Beyond 50. I'm a certified holistic health coach, personal trainer, metabolic typing nutrition advisor. I've helped hundreds of women over 50 lose weight, overcome chronic pain, and heal their digestion. And I want to tell you a little bit about my story because it's really the whole reason why I do what I do. So about 10 years ago, starting from the time I was a teenager, probably up until about 10 years ago, I had a lot of health issues going on. Chronic fatigue, chronic digestive problems, really bad sweet cravings, skin issues, was not sleeping well. I was sick all the time. I had pain in my body, my lower back and my shoulder specifically. I was gaining weight and feeling really frustrated because I'd worked with a lot of different health professionals. I tried a lot of different things and nothing worked. And I said, you know what, I need to do something here. So after trying to work with a lot of different people, no one was able to help me. So I said, I need to help myself. And that's when I became a certified holistic health coach, personal trainer, and metabolic typing nutrition advisor. And it was really during those experiences that I started to put some of the pieces together that I was missing. And after applying what I learned, great, it's not just knowing the information, but applying it. 10 years later, I was literally able to do a 180. I literally turned my health around. It didn't happen overnight. Didn't take 10 years either. Didn't happen overnight. It took me a few years. But here's where I am today, full of energy. I was able to get rid of all my digestive issues. Sweet cravings are gone. I cleared up my skin issues. I had really bad acne on my neck specifically. Sleeping great. I don't get sick easily like I used to. I knock on wood, I haven't been sick in 10 years. I'm now at my ideal body size. I lost the excess body fat. I now get results when I exercise. So 10 years later, I'm really feeling like a new person. Now, you might be looking at my picture and saying, okay, Melissa, so you don't really look like you're over 50. And truth be told, I'm not. I'm going to be 40 years old actually in June. So I am not over 50. But I want to tell you why I coach women over 50. This is actually a picture of me and my mom. And she's on the right in the white sweater with the blonde hair. This is a picture we took from a mother-daughter trip we took to Newport, Rhode Island just a few years ago. And we were eating at the Mooring restaurant. Don't know if you know Newport, but that's a famous seafood restaurant. And we were just kind of enjoying a nice dinner, the sunset, just reminiscing about everything we had done on the trip, touring the mansions, walking the cliff walk, shopping at the local boutiques. It's a really fun place to visit. So why am I sharing this with you? My mom has really been my biggest source of inspiration in founding Better Beyond 50. My mom was like a lot of moms, and she put herself last, put everybody else first. And, as a result of putting herself on the back burner for many years, I've watched her struggle, with her weight or chronic aches and pains. I've watched her, deal with issues with fatigue and sleep problems, and, all because she put herself last. And I knew that my mom was not alone. I knew that there were a lot of other women out there like her over 50 who really needed a step-by-step holistic health coaching system to empower them with the knowledge and confidence they need to put their self-care at the top of their priorities. So that's really why I created Better Beyond 50 and the 4-step plan that I'm going to show you tonight. So I have made it my mission to educate, inspire, and empower as many women as I possibly can to take control of their health and make the second phase of their lives the best years of their lives. So I want to pose some questions to you, and I'm gonna turn the chat box back on here because I want to hear from you. Tell me yes or no. Do you want to wake up every day for the rest of your life feeling energized, mentally clear, and excited about the years ahead? Just give me a quick yes or no. I want to hear from you. Do you want to wake up every day feeling great? All right. Pam is saying yes. Come on. I want to hear from everybody else. Sandra, come on. Give me a yes. Tanya, I'm going to tell you if your answer is no, this isn't the right place for you. Yes. All right. We've even got yes with an exclamation mark from, who was that? That was Kelly. Awesome. Kathy's a yes. Yes. Lots of yeses coming in. Perfect. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. Here, I have another question for you. Do you have people in your life who love and care about you and depend on you in some way? Do you have children? Do you have grandchildren? Do you have do you have a spouse? Do you have pets? Anybody? Maybe do you have parents that you care for? Yes. So we see yes, 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 of course. Is there anyone in your life that depends on you in some way? You know, the reason I pose that question is because when you think about your health, it's not just about you. You know, your health impacts everyone you love and care about. So, you know, your kids, your grandkids, your husband, your friends, your pets. If you're not well, then the people you love and care about are impacted by that. And this is important. All right, is there anyone here who can say that they've reached as high as they possibly can in all areas of their health and well-being? Like, who said, like, I'm good, I'm doing awesome? Is there anyone who can say, like, I am totally, on a scale of 1 to 10, like I'm 10 plus, like you're just feeling amazing? Is there anyone who can say that? I'll tell you when I'm in a room and I ask people to raise their hands, nobody raises their hand. And here's why I pose this question. I'll tell you that I've been a health coach for over 10 years, and even I haven't reached as high as I possibly can. And I'm pretty good at implementing what I'm about to teach you tonight. I mean, I walk the talk. And I'll tell you why I say that I haven't reached as high as I possibly can. This is because I believe that being healthy is a lifelong journey. It's not a destination. What I mean by that is that it is not about signing up for a 6-week weight loss program or boot camp or hiring a personal trainer or a nutritionist or reading a health book, or expecting whatever it is you sign up for to fix you and to solve all your problems. It is not about that. It is about learning how to make simple and sustainable lifestyle changes. And that word sustainable is important. It is about learning how to make changes that you can actually maintain for the rest of your life. And if you are doing something that you can't maintain, then I would say you're taking the wrong approach. That's what it's about. So here's what we're gonna talk about tonight. Here's what you're gonna discover. I'm gonna reveal to you the 4 biggest myths about belly fat, bone health, arthritis, and cholesterol that are keeping you sick, fat, and tired. We're going to talk about a simple 4-step holistic plan that hundreds of BB50 members have used successfully to reduce the chronic inflammation that is typically at the root of your gut issues, your bone issues, and your belly fat. So you're going to get a plan to help you heal your gut, strengthen your bones, and flatten your tummy. And I'm also going to tell you how you can join the Spring 2017 BB50 30-day reset and get a free coaching session with me. Now, this is a $200 value. The coaching session is a $200 value. I'm going to show you how you can get that for free at the end of this call. So this is a special limited time offer that you don't want to miss. All right, here we go. Buckle up, ladies, because we're going to talk about something very interesting here. I want to talk about our current state of wellness. What's going on with most women over 50? So here are some really scary statistics. Over 72% of women over 50 have one or more chronic health conditions. 64% of women are overweight or even obese. Over 51% have high blood pressure, 44% have high cholesterol, 40% have hip, spine, or wrist fractures due to osteoporosis or osteopenia. Over 22% have heart disease, over 21% have mental illness, almost 19% have diabetes, just over 17% have arthritis, just over 15% have cancer, and just over 14% have back problems. These are some pretty scary statistics. And when we look at the numbers for women over 60, they go up, and then over 70, they go up even more. Now let's talk about the cost of being ill, because here's the reality. 75% of women over 50 are taking prescription drugs. People over 50 who have one chronic illness are spending about $4,000 a year on healthcare costs. People over 50 who have 5 chronic illnesses are spending on average $16,000 a year. It's expensive to be sick. The World Health Organization, you also know it as the WHO, ranks the U.S. second in overall quality of life for senior women, second from the bottom. Something isn't right. We're spending a lot of money on trying to be healthy. Americans are spending $60 billion a year to diet, $65 billion to lose weight. 95% of women who lose weight gain it back within the first 1 to 5 years. So we're spending almost $20 billion on health clubs, over $8 billion on medical plans, specifically close to $6 billion on bariatric surgery, over $3 billion on commercial weight loss centers, almost $3 billion on meal replacements and diet pills, and just over $1 billion on diet books and exercise videos. So it's not like we're not trying, ladies, right? The numbers are showing we're trying, but as I just shared those scary health statistics with you, we're not well, we're not doing something right. So I'm going to offer you a solution. I want you to think about this. Typically in our culture, there's two approaches that we take to getting healthy. There's what's called the allopathic approach and the holistic approach. And I want to break these down here. The allopathic approach is the symptom drug approach. That's, I have a headache, I'm going to take something for my headache. I'm not sleeping well, I'm going to take something because I'm not sleeping well. I have digestive problems, I'm going to take something for my digestive problem. So I have a symptom, I have an illness, I'm going to take a drug for it. But here's the thing, there's 3 problems with this approach. Number 1, drugs only mask symptoms, they don't address causes. Number 2, when the drug stops working, you either need to take more or you need to take something new to get the desired relief. And number 3, there's always some kind of side effect. I hear most people say it's just an effect. Side effect is really sort of a euphemism. It's to make it sound like it's not that big a deal. But at the end of the day, drugs have effects because they are unpredictable. We really just don't know how drugs are going to affect every single person. Now, the holistic approach seeks not to treat the disease that has the person, but to heal the person that has the disease. It takes the whole person, the body, mind, and spirit into account. And it's based on this notion that we're going to build a strong foundation of health by alleviating stress. So it's important to understand that medications in and of themselves do not create true health. And until we learn to address the root causes, and we do that by taking a holistic approach, we only mask our symptoms, and this leads to perpetuating the cycle of sickness and disease. Now, here we go. We're going to talk about the 4 biggest myths about belly fat, bone health, arthritis, and cholesterol that are keeping you sick, fat, and tired over 50. And I'm also going to offer you that 4-step holistic plan so you can boost digestion, build strong bones, and burn belly fat. So here we go. Here's the first myth. You're supposed to feel worse after 50. Now, does any of this sound familiar? Oh, it's natural to gain lots of weight after menopause. It's normal to have weak bones as you get older. I'm supposed to feel tired at my age. It's just a natural part of aging to have stiff, achy, arthritic joints. It's in my genes. My mother and father had high blood pressure and high cholesterol, so it makes sense that I should too. Diabetes runs in my family, etc., etc., etc. The problem is this ageist stereotypical thinking contributes to sickness and disease. And that's because your mindset about aging and the role that you play in your own well-being creates your current state of health. Simply put, your body believes every word you say. Now, here's a wonderful quote by Deepak Chopra that illustrates how powerful your thoughts are and how they create your physical well-being. If you have happy thoughts, then you make happy molecules. On the other hand, if you have sad thoughts and angry thoughts and hostile thoughts, then you make those molecules, which may depress the immune system and make you more susceptible to disease. Maybe you've heard this saying, your thoughts create your words create your actions, and your actions create your results. Very, very important to understand that the way we think about health directly relates the current state of health that you have right now. And you'll never get better until you acknowledge that. Here's why this is true. We're going to talk a little bit about the science of the brain. Your brain has something called a reticular activating system. It's also known as the RAS, and it acts like a matchmaker. Its job is to find things in your outside world to match your inside world. So whatever thoughts you have repeatedly, your brain will match up to your environment. So there's a great saying, what you think about, you bring about, or your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. In other words, how you think. So to change your results, your outer world, you need to change your thinking, your inner world. So here's what it all comes down to. If your subconscious health blueprint is not set for optimal wellness, in other words, you don't truly believe that by nature you're designed to feel amazing at any age, Nothing you learn, nothing you know, and nothing you do will make much of a difference. So the first step in your 4-step plan is to break the cycle of negative self-limiting self-talk. There's 3 simple steps to do that. The first thing is to become aware of your self-talk. Observe the negative self-limiting self-talk that's running through your mind. I challenge you to do this because most people are completely unaware of it because it's so automatic. They've been doing it for years. The next step is to write it down. So when you observe the negative self-limiting self-talk, write it down word for word. And again, you might be saying things like, oh gosh, I've been overweight my whole life. For years, I've suffered from high blood pressure. It's just too late for me. I'm too old, or I'm too set in my ways. It's in my genes. My mom had bone problems. My mom was overweight. My mom had high blood pressure. I don't think I can change my diet. I don't think I can change my lifestyle at my age. It's too hard. It takes too much time. I don't have the time. I'm too busy at this stage of my life. Whatever it is, get honest with yourself. Write it down. Third step, decide what you want to be true and create new self-talk with affirmations. So here's the good news for you. You don't have to accept the negative self-limiting self-talk as truth. You get to choose the self-talk that you believe. Now remember, your RAS, remember your reticulating activating system, that's the matchmaker, that believes whatever you tell it to believe. And so one way that we can sort of train our brains and break the self-limiting thought patterns is to use affirmations. Because what we're essentially doing with an affirmation is telling our brain that we're choosing to think differently about a particular situation or a challenge. And the more you speak these affirmations, and an affirmation is just a positive statement, the more you change the negative self-limiting thought pattern. So you have to sort of, it becomes ingrained in us, we have to create a new path. A good analogy is like if you picture a field, a grass, a field of grass, and you walk that same path over and over and over again, eventually that, you create a path on that field and your neural pathways are the same. So we have to sort of recreate a whole new way of thinking. A lot of my clients refer to it as the recording in their head. You have to re-record the recording. So that's myth number 1 and step number 1. Here's myth number 2. Restricting calories and avoiding fats helps you lose weight and stay healthy after 50. Now, eating healthy is not about calories in, calories out. There's 3 big problems with counting calories. Number 1, there's no accurate formula for determining your exact needs. We've got lots of different factors in our lifestyle that impact calorie needs, and we can't measure them. So things like physical and mental stress, sleep, weather changes, activity levels, all of these things determine whether or not we need more or less calories, but how do we measure them? If I go for a walk, how do I know truly how many calories I need to eat? Or an even more interesting one is if I have a really stressful day or I didn't sleep well the night before, my calorie needs are different. How do I measure them? I can't. So this is one of the challenges with following calorie restrictive diets. The other challenge is that you run the risk of not eating enough and you slow your metabolism. And when you don't eat enough, you don't fuel your body properly, it will actually train it to store body fat. So what happens is your metabolic rate slows down and you increase fat storing enzymes and you decrease fat burning enzymes and you end up training your body to store excess body fat. The third challenge is that not all calories are created equal. So the calories and whole proteins, fats, and carbs have very different effects on your metabolism. And I would actually say that some calories are healthier than others. So let's talk about that. Here's an example. If I've got 100 calories of pretzel slices and 100 calories of apple slices and almond butter, which one's better for me if they're both the same in terms of calories? Well, I think you and I both know the answer to that, and that's the apples and the almond butter, right? It's a whole food. So if we get stuck in this calorie mindset, we end up eating processed foods because we think it's all about the calorie, and we say, oh, I can have more pretzels than I can have apple slices. But understand that the apples and the almond butter are nutritious. Our bodies are going to actually break that down. The pretzels are a processed food that our bodies just don't know what to do with. So yes, some calories are healthier than others. Now, let's talk about fats here for a minute. Like calories, not all fats are created equal. Fats have sort of been demonized for years. The food industry really has us duped and has us convinced that all fat is bad. That's why when you go to the store, you see so many low fat or fat-free products. But the challenge is that good fats have been lumped in with bad fats. And so there's this thinking that all fats are bad. But you have to understand that you need healthy fats in order to survive and thrive as a woman over 50. Here are some reasons why you need fat. Keeps your blood sugar and insulin levels balanced. So by eating healthy fats, you can prevent and even reverse things like diabetes and high blood pressure. And not only that, healthy fats help you feel satisfied. They eliminate cravings because they help you stay full. Healthy fats are essential to bones and joints. You can't build healthy bones and joints without healthy fat. You can't maintain healthy cholesterol levels without fat. It is a myth that saturated fats like eggs and butter and red meat and bacon elevate your cholesterol. It's nonsense. It's not true. There's no science that supports that. In fact, I've had many clients stop eating processed foods, which are the real culprit, and sugar. Those are one of the real culprits behind elevated cholesterol. They stop eating the processed foods. They start eating high cholesterol foods, and all of a sudden their cholesterol levels go down. And that's because cholesterol is a healing substance. And typically when it elevates, it's because there's some kind of inflammation in the body. So you reduce the inflammation, and all of a sudden the cholesterol levels start to normalize. Energy, hugely important. I find that people that don't get enough fats in their diet are really tired all the time. You need healthy fats to maintain a healthy digestive system. The lining of your digestive system needs healthy fats. In order to absorb vitamins like A, D, K, and E, you need to have healthy fats in your diet. It's important to your brain and your nervous system. And interestingly enough, you need to eat healthy fats to lose body fat. It's a misconception that fat makes you fat. I see this all the time. I tell my clients to seriously increase their fat intake, ramp it up, and all of a sudden their body fat just melts off. So what are healthy fats? Well, we're talking about butter. Real organic butter, preferably from grass-fed cows. Same thing with dairy products, raw organic dairy products from grass-fed cows. Pastured animal products, pastured eggs, pastured chicken, organic, wild fish, organic free-range meat, avocado, raw nuts and seeds, coconut oil, cod liver oil. These are the things we want to include. Now, when we talk about unhealthy fats, we're talking about canola oil, corn oil, vegetable oil, soybean oil, margarine, or any sort of butter substitute, Crisco or shortening. The scary thing is that these foods are hiding everywhere. And these are the very foods, by the way, that are implicated in most degenerative diseases like obesity and heart disease, cancer, autoimmune problems. And they're in salad dressings and marinades. They're in frozen foods. They're in snack foods. They're in baked goods. They're even in ice cream. They are everywhere. They're hiding in thousands and thousands of foods. So that wraps up myth number one. And instead of focusing on counting calories and cutting fat, which are the two biggest mistakes you can make, step two in your 4-step plan is to eat an anti-inflammatory diet and making sure you're eating foods that are balanced for your metabolic nutritional type. Now let's talk a little bit about organic foods here for a minute. We've got about 15,000 chemicals used in food production, hormones, antibiotics, fertilizers, fake sugars, fake fats. Foods are being genetically modified and irradiated. All of these toxins are super inflammatory. They cause chronic inflammation. And this kind of chronic inflammation leads to every one of the major chronic diseases. And you know what? This kind of inflammation is by far the biggest contributor to obesity. So being fat means being inflamed. If you're overweight, you have inflammation. There's no question. And whenever possible, you want to buy organic food so that you can reduce your exposure to a lot of these harmful chemicals. Now I want to talk about a hidden allergen that's causing food-induced chronic inflammation. For more than 50% of us, there are certain foods that are seemingly healthy that our bodies just don't agree with. And they trigger unseen inflammation deep in our cells and tissues. And so here's the thing. How do you know if you're being affected by this food-induced chronic inflammation? Well, you do what's called an elimination diet. You eliminate the hidden foods, and then you eat an anti-inflammatory diet. Now, I just want to clarify here, when I talk about food allergens, I'm not talking about immediate allergies like a peanut allergy. You know, you're going to end up in the ER with an immediate allergy. That's life or death. I'm talking about what's called a delayed allergy. And it's actually much more common, and it's also much more under-recognized. You know, conventional medicine is not acknowledging this as much as they should be. And it plays a big role in chronic illnesses. So a delayed allergic reaction can trigger symptoms anywhere from a few minutes to within a few days, whether it's, you know, weight gain, fatigue, brain fog, mood problems, headaches, you know, sinus issues. It could be joint pain. It can show up in a lot of different ways. So I'm going to show you a really simple, cost-effective way to figure out if you have any food allergies or sensitivities. And again, as I said before, it's called an elimination diet. And here's how it works. You basically eliminate the common allergens for 30 days. And then what you do is you reintroduce, after 30 days, you reintroduce one food at a time, and you wait 72 hours before you add the additional food. And it's important that you track your symptoms. So I always recommend keeping a journal. And you want to pay attention to changes in sleep, mood, energy, and digestion, any sort of negative reaction. So what are those common allergens? We're talking about gluten, dairy, sugar, corn, eggs, soy, nuts, nightshade vegetables, citrus, shellfish, and yeast products. And you'll be saying, well, gosh, that's a lot of food. You know, I'm eating a lot of that stuff. But here's the thing. When you eliminate foods that cause allergic reactions or sensitivities, you're going to notice really significant changes in your body. It's going to be worth it. You don't want to keep eating foods that are making you sick. So some of the common things that happen are weight loss, feeling energized, elimination of aches and pains, healing of digestive issues, and alleviating all kinds of other chronic health issues that you thought that you had to live with forever. Now let's talk about the importance of balancing your meals. So once we're eating organically, we're eliminating the foods that are causing issues. We need to make sure we're balancing our meals properly for our unique metabolic nutritional type. And why is this important? Because eating balanced meals means we're balancing blood sugar, insulin, and hormones. When those are balanced, we reduce inflammation. And when we reduce inflammation, we heal our bodies. We maintain healthy cholesterol. We maintain healthy blood pressure. We build strong bones and joints. We maintain a healthy weight, and all kinds of other wonderful things happen. Now, just to clarify, eating balanced meals means we're getting the right amounts of macronutrients, proteins, fats, and carbs for our unique needs. Now, here's a really simple analogy I like to use when I talk about balancing a meal. It's sort of like building a fire. If you're going to get a fire started, you're going to need some kindling wood and a little bit of newspaper. So carbohydrates are kind of like kindling wood. They get the fire started. They give you a short burst of energy, but they don't sustain you. So if you want to keep the fire going, you need to put logs on the fire. So your proteins and your fats are going to be your logs. That's what a balanced meal is like. How do you figure out your metabolic nutritional type? Well, the best thing to do is to do a metabolic typing nutrition assessment so you can figure out which type you are. And there's basically 3 metabolic nutritional types. There's the carb type, the mixed type, and the protein type. Now, if you're a carb type, if you're looking at the circle here, sort of imagine this as your plate, about 65% of your plate is going to consist of a healthy carb. That's going to typically be a fruit or a vegetable. And then 35% is going to be your fats and your proteins. If you're a mixed type, you're going to do more of a 50-50 split, 50% healthy carbs, 50% healthy proteins and fats. And if you're a protein type, you're really kind of the exact opposite as a carb type. You're going to be about 65% proteins and fats and about 35% carbs. Now, as I said before, the best thing to do is to get a metabolic typing nutrition assessment, which is something that we include in our BB50 programs. But for now, what you can do is really pay attention to your body to see if you're actually getting the balance right. And there's 4 signals you want to pay attention to. You should be able to go 4 to 5 hours without being hungry. You should not have any food cravings. You should have tons of energy, and you should feel mentally focused. That's how you know you're balancing your meals right. If you're not balancing your meals right, you may find if you eat too many carbs, you get a headache, you feel anxious, you want to keep eating, you don't ever feel satisfied, you crave protein, you have a jumpy mind, a tired but wired energy, maybe a jittery energy or a nervous energy. And if you've had too much fat or protein, you might feel tired, depressed, mentally sluggish. You might have a heavy gut. You feel full, but yet you're still hungry, or you crave stimulants. So cravings for sweets or coffee or soda. Now I want to just take a minute here to share a success story with you from one of our Better Beyond 50 members. And I just want to illustrate how powerful it can be to apply what I'm teaching you. So this is Jeannie Rademacher. She's one of the very first women who joined Better Beyond 50. When she started eating organically, eliminating foods that she was potentially sensitive to, and implementing the metabolic typing, balancing her meals, just after a few weeks, she started to feel amazing. And after several months, here's what she said. I lost 15 pounds without trying. I have more energy to keep up with my grandkids. I no longer have aches and pains. I'm off all my medications with my doctor's approval. My bone density increased. My hair and nails are stronger and shinier. My digestive and skin problems are gone. And it was so easy. My husband says I'm like a new woman. I just want to show you here how powerful it can be to change your diet. It's really, really amazing. All right, here's myth number 3. Being healthy after 50 is just about eating right and exercising daily. So here's the thing. Have you ever wondered why you can be eating right and exercising daily and still not be able to lose weight, lower your cholesterol, lower your blood pressure, eliminate your aches and pains? Well, you could have a hidden stressor known as sleep deprivation. That could be your culprit. Now, here's the thing. Sleep is really, really important. It's especially important to be asleep by 10 o'clock at night, because between the hours of 10 o'clock at night and 2 o'clock in the morning, our bodies release physical repair hormones that allow our muscles, our bones, our ligaments, our tendons, pretty much every physical part of our bodies to repair. Between the hours of 2 a.m. and 6 a.m., our bodies do its psychogenic or mental repair. That's really when our nervous system is repairing itself. Sleep deprivation, and just so we're clear, that means not getting the right amount of quality sleep, is a problem. It increases inflammation in the body and it slows your metabolism. So here's how sleep deprivation impacts metabolism. There's 2 really important hormones that come into play. One of them is ghrelin and the other one is leptin. Ghrelin is the hormone that tells you when to eat. When you are sleep deprived, you make more ghrelin. Leptin is the hormone that tells you to stop eating. When you're sleep deprived, you make less leptin. So when you are sleep deprived, you make more ghrelin, more of the hormone to tell you when to eat, less leptin, so less of the hormone that tells you to stop eating, and this is a recipe for overeating and essentially gaining weight. When you are sleep deprived, your body isn't getting the physical and mental, emotional repair time that it needs. So we've got inflammation going on, our body's not repairing itself, and sleep deprivation at the end of the day is going to lead to illness. So when we look at studies, sleep deprivation can trigger osteoporosis, elevated blood sugar and insulin problems, insulin resistance and diabetes, elevated cholesterol, high blood pressure, cognitive problems and memory loss, decreased mental emotional stability. According to the British Sleep Council, getting less than 6 hours of uninterrupted sleep a night makes you 12% more likely to die young. So here's your 3rd step in your 4-step plan. We need to make sure that you are creating a nighttime ritual to sleep soundly through the night. So I like to call it the power down before bed. What that means is that you're going to do something that is calming to the mind 20 to 30 minutes before you get into bed. Because calming the mind automatically calms the body. And this ritual will train your body to feel relaxed and evoke sleepy hormones before bed. And at the same time, it's lowering your stress hormones. It's lowering your body temperature. It's lowering your blood pressure. So 30 minutes before bedtime, ideally we want to be in bed by 10 o'clock at night, so around 9:30, it's time to start calming the mind, calming the body. So here are a few ideas for you. Doing meditation, deep belly breathing exercises, doing some light stretching or some light yoga, doing some light reading, having a casual conversation. You want to make sure it's not a heated conversation, right? Because the goal is to get you relaxed. Maybe you pray or read scripture. Maybe you do some kind of arts and crafts, color, draw, paint, knit. Maybe you write poetry, you write stories, or maybe you keep a thought journal. Playing games, a card game, a board game, but you want to be careful that you are not playing computer games because the computer lights are stimulating. Keeping an intentional journal. This is one of the things that I do. So writing down things you're grateful for, writing down affirmations, right? That kind of loops into the first step in your plan, right? Using affirmations to change your negative thought patterns. Writing down 3 wins for the day. Super, super effective. Try one, try them all, but start powering down 30 minutes before you go to bed. Really, really effective. Okay. Now, there's one more myth and there's one more step that I want to share with you, and they're really going to surprise you because almost no one knows about these. In fact, when I do these calls, I very rarely have someone say that they've heard about this before, unless, of course, they've done one of my calls before. Now, before I tell you about myth number 4 and step number 4, I want to tell you a little bit about Better Beyond 50. So let me give you this information quickly because I know that you're going to want to get involved. Some people on the call may already be Better Beyond 50 members. I'm going to just turn the chat box on back in here, and I'd love to know if you are already a Better Beyond 50 member. Just say yes. If you're a member and you're part of our community and you're already having some amazing results. So yeah, we've had some amazing success stories from some of our members. I don't know if Sandy's on the call. I did see a Sandra. I don't know if that's the same one. Sandy's her nickname, but I want to tell you a little bit about Sandy's story. She joined our community, a year ago, I think last November. And she's just really rocking it. She's just had some amazing results. Here's what she's had to say. I've lost 60 pounds and 25 inches. I'm down 4 pant sizes. I'm stronger. I can stand without leaning for support. My blood pressure has improved. My diabetes is controlled, and I'm now off medications for both with my doctor's approval. My relationship with my husband has been renewed. We're closer than ever. I have more stamina to keep up with my granddaughter. We went on a long bike ride for a couple of hours. I was amazed that I could actually keep up with her. A year ago, this was not possible. I haven't reached my end goals yet, but I'm living a quality of life like I never have before. Yeah, I have not one regret. You know, Sandy's story is just beautiful. I mean, yes, she lost a ton of weight. She's lost some inches. She's even said, listen, I still have a ways to go, but this isn't really just about weight loss. It's about improving your quality of life. I mean, I love to hear that her relationships with her family, her husband, her kids, her granddaughter have improved. Now, I want to tell you about Patricia. She's another one of our founding members, and here's what she's had to say about her experience. At 57, I feel better than any other stage of my life. I've lost 65 pounds. My arthritic pain never bothers me anymore. My blood sugar stays stable. I sleep well every night. I wake up refreshed. My marriage is stronger because I'm happier, and my daughters are inspired to see their mother living life and not just existing for them. And they're changing their views as they witness my transformation. BB50 gives me direction and infuses me with hope. I feel empowered and in charge of my own quality of life. 2 years ago, my husband and I made a membership to BB50, an anniversary present to ourselves, and it's a gift that has bettered our lives today. You know, like Sandy, Patricia's lost a lot of weight, but it's not just about that. To hear that she's feeling better. The arthritic pain's gone. Blood pressure's stabilizing. Her marriage is better. She has a better relationship with her daughters, because she's modeling healthy behavior. So this is why we call it Better Beyond 50, because it is truly about living a better life beyond 50, a better life in your midlife years. So let me tell you a little bit about Better Beyond 50 and what it's all about and why I created it. So have you ever wondered why you can know what to do, but you're not actually doing it? I hear this all the time. I know what to do, but I'm not doing it. One of the biggest challenges in getting your health on track is actually implementing what you learn. It's easy to learn information. It's easy to get strategies, but taking action is the hardest part, and I think it's paralyzing for most people just to know where to start. It's challenging just trying to stay motivated on your own. And I'll tell you, one of the biggest problems, there's a lot of health programs out there for you to choose from, but a lot of them are focused on strict dieting and doing extreme exercise, and they're all or nothing. There's this sort of expectation that you have to be perfect all the time, and if you're not perfect, you've failed. These programs aren't teaching you how to let life happen. They're not giving you the strategies to get back on track quickly without beating yourself up. And then there's this feeling of guilt or shame when you fall off track and you feel like you're failing, you're letting yourself down. And I really wanted to create something really different. With Better Beyond 50, I've seen the people that I've worked with make big shifts in their lives and completely turn their health and quality of life around. And this is especially since I'm able to personally work with them in a group. I've had hundreds of women go through the Holistic Health Group Coaching Program and community that I'm going to share with you, so I know that this system works. It's fun, it's motivating, and it's empowering. So what exactly is Better Beyond 50? It is a holistic health group coaching program and community designed to give you all the tools, guidance, support, and accountability that you need to live an anti-inflammatory lifestyle so you can heal, eliminate aches and pains, and get rid of belly fat for good. Now, there's lots of benefits to becoming a member, so let me just give you some of these amazing benefits you get. One of them is access to the Better Beyond 50 30-day resets. So we get together for live weekly coaching sessions and accountability calls, so you get tons and tons of support, done for you action step plans so you know what to do, when to do them, comprehensive nutrition, fitness, and lifestyle assessments so you can assess where you are now and create a realistic plan, customizable meal and exercise plans, food lists and guides for grocery shopping and eating out to make meal planning and exercising from home super simple. We offer this program 3 times a year. As a member, you get to participate as many times as you want. And we start our next 30-day reset next Monday, April 24th, just a little over a week away. You get done for you monthly meal plans with your membership. They're quick, they're easy, sugar-free, soy-free, gluten-free. They consist of a mix of low glycemic fruits and veggies, healthy fats, and healthy animal proteins, all the stuff we talked about tonight. They're designed to stabilize your blood sugar, balance your hormones, and eliminate chronic aches and pains. Another big benefit is exclusive access to our holistic health expert sessions. This is an opportunity to get all of your burning health questions answered from the leading experts. So we're linking you up with the most up-to-date tools, strategies, and natural solutions to overcome the most common challenges that women over 50 face. And if you have a specific challenge or topic you want us to address as a member, we will take your feedback and you have an opportunity to share your input, and we will make it happen. We'll reach out to the health expert in that particular area, and we'll create a health expert session around that particular topic. As another amazing benefit, you get a digital access pass to all the BB50 women's health workshops that we do. So this is where, again, you get up-to-date tools, strategies, and holistic lifestyle plans specifically around bone health and chronic gut issues, and we're offering solutions without having to rely on drugs. So you have an opportunity to join live calls with leading experts in women's health, plus you get access to their recordings so you can listen to them on your own time. We've got 2 amazing workshops planned for this year featuring the top bone and gut health experts. Our next workshop starts Monday, May 29th, so it's just about a month away. Another amazing benefit, I would say probably hands down, this is one of your best benefits, exclusive access to our support community. So you get ongoing guidance, support. It's an opportunity to share your successes, share your challenges, 24/7 access. You can have a great diet and exercise plan, but at the end of the day, the number one key to success is having the right support system. And in addition to all these amazing benefits, you get 3 amazing bonuses. One of them is a personal coaching session with me. So you get my one-on-one guidance and support. It's an opportunity to talk about your goals, talk about your number one challenge holding you back, and then we create a personalized wellness plan around that. This is normally a $200 value. You get it free when you sign up for Better Beyond 50 by the end of this call. Really amazing bonus. Number 2, you get a digital access pass to the Women's Health Summit, the 2016 Women's Health Summit that we did this past November. We interviewed 23 of the top experts in women's health, offering you natural solutions to things like reversing osteoporosis and arthritis, overcoming sugar addiction, lowering cholesterol naturally, lots and lots of great stuff. And we featured the best of the best functional medicine doctors, naturopaths, nutritionists, and fitness specialists, and even authors. And you get access to all these expert video and audio presentations for free as a BB50 member. Your third and final bonus is a special members-only private coaching package So if you choose to continue to work with me one-on-one, you get a personalized success plan, additional one-on-one accountability, step-by-step guidance where I help you create a sustainable, customized plan that is really about making a lifestyle change so you can lose the weight, build up the bone density, heal your gut, and do it in a way that's sustainable. $400 savings just for becoming a Better Beyond 50. So that's a BB50 member. So that's another great benefit. So you might be saying, great, well, what is this going to cost me? I've created this holistic health coaching program and community so you can get access to all the tools, the guidance, support, and accountability that you need without having to break the bank. You know, you're not going to invest thousands of dollars in a personal trainer, a gym membership, or nutritionist. You're not going to have to deal with competing and conflicting advice from a doctor or dietitian. You're not going to have to waste the time and energy with the trial and error that comes with finding a health program that's the right fit for you. All you're going to need to do is show up, be willing to apply what I teach you, and you will get results right away. So this is a pretty comprehensive program. You know, you get a lot of personal contact with me through the workshops, the 30-day resets, you know, the support community. You get a one-on-one session with me, lots and lots of personal interaction. You know, when I was thinking about a fair price to charge to become a Better Beyond 50 member, I really wanted to price this competitively. You know, I thought, well, what would people expect, you know, to get my time throughout the course of the year? And, you know, most people would agree that, you know, $997 is pretty fair. You're getting about a $2,000 value here. But, you know, the thing is, what's really important to me is being able to have as many people in the community that I can help. So I really wanted to price it affordably. And I could easily charge $997 or $557 because you're getting a $2,000 value. But I really wanted to price it so that anyone who wanted to participate can participate. So I am offering a membership to BB50 for only $297 per year. Now, if you do the math, that is less than $1 a day. So you can join Better Beyond 50 by going to joinbb50.com. Now, I do want to let you know that we also have a monthly payment plan option. So you can pay $30 a month, but I will tell you that you can get 2 months free when you do the annual option. So it is a better value to do the annual membership. Now, I want to remind you as well, when you join by the end of this call, you get a free coaching session with me. That's a $200 value. It's $200 to just get a coaching session with me for free. And I want to remind you as well that when you join by the end of the call, it's an opportunity to join the Spring 2017 30-day reset. And that starts just a week from Monday. So go to joinbb50.com to sign up and learn more. All right, so I told you I had a fourth myth for you. And let's dig right in here. Here's myth number 4. You need to feel the burn to lose weight, maintain healthy bones and joints, and build muscle after 50. So here's the thing. So many women think that they have to kill themselves with exercise to lose weight or, you know, flatten their belly or tone up, whatever they're trying to do. So they go to the gym to work out. But I would say most of these women are setting themselves up for failure because what they should be doing is working in before they work out. Now, here's why. We have a lot of stressors in our lives, mental, emotional stress. We've got nutritional stress because we're not eating right. We've got physical stress because we're not moving enough, or some people are moving too much. They're over exercising. We're sleep deprived. You know, our digestive systems aren't healthy. We're surrounded by toxins in our environment. All of these things are really, really stressful. If you're someone who's already energy drained from all the stressors in your life because you're not eating right, not sleeping right, not managing the stressors in your life, maybe you're not getting the movement that you need. When you do rigorous exercise, what we call workout exercise, you actually add stress to your body and you bring your body further out of balance. And an imbalanced body is a sick body. We're going to be looking at weight gain, storing excess body fat, fatigue, skin problems, weak bones and joints, injuries and sickness. We do more harm than good. So here's the 4th step in your 4-step plan. You always work in before you work out. Now, what's the difference between working in and working out? Working out exercises are rigorous exercises that elevate your stress response by increasing your heart rate and breathing and making you sweat. So they're activities that burn a lot of energy. That's why we call them workout, because we're working out the energy. So let's talk about some examples. Working out would be doing any sort of weightlifting, doing a boot camp, running, playing tennis, or any sort of rigorous sport, kickboxing. Now that's working out. Now let's talk a little about working in. Working in exercises are low intensity exercises or activities that reduce your stress hormones by lowering your heart rate and breathing and making you feel calm and relaxed. These are activities that create energy. It's the exact opposite of working out. That's why we call them working in, because we bring the energy in. Working in exercises would be slow walking, yoga, Pilates, Tai Chi, stretching. Now, if you are someone who gets exhausted at the very idea of working out, then your mind body is telling you you should be working in. You have to create enough energy through healthy eating, proper hydration, adequate rest and relaxation, and stress management to reap the benefits of working out. Otherwise, that feel the burn approach to exercise is only going to break your body down. If your exercise intensity takes more out of your body than you're putting in with your eating, rest, and stress management plan, understand you will never lose weight or feel any better. You start with working in to lower your stress and increase your energy, because your body needs a lot of work and energy to benefit from working out. Now, here's how you're going to know when it's time to work out, because I don't want you to misunderstand me. I'm not saying working out is bad. You just got to make sure you're doing the right things, eating wise, sleeping wise, and stress management wise to reap the benefits. You're going to know when it's time to work out because your body has this natural energy, this natural desire to just really ramp it up and do something intense. And even when you're ready to work out, it's always a good idea to incorporate a balance of working in and working out. And you might do one day, one the next, or maybe you do some working in exercises before you work out. There's lots of different ways you can do that. But you always want to balance the two. You never want to get rid of working in. It's so important to do both. Now, if this is like surprising to you, if you're like, okay, gosh, I really thought I had to feel the burn. You're not alone. And I want to tell you about Shelly Hill. Shelly is also one of our founding Better Beyond 50 members. And she was a client of mine. And you know, she was really training hard because she's in the Army. But I said, listen, we need to get your diet on track. We need to manage stress better. We need to get sleep on track. Well, here's what she had to say. I didn't expect my numbers to change as much as they did exercising less. Yes, I told her to almost pretty much stop exercising at one point and slowly do the work-in exercise before she started going back to working out. She said, I thought I had to beat myself up with exercise in order to lose weight. I've lost 21 pounds. I'm off all medications. Of course, that's with her doctor's approval. My knee pain and digestive problems are gone. I have more energy to enjoy my daughter's sporting events and doing home improvements. I feel like a new woman. Pretty amazing, right? Exercising less. I'm telling you, this stuff works. You don't have to do the, go hard or go home. So let's do a quick recap here of what we've talked about. Let's go over those 4 myths and that 4-step plan one more time. Remember, myth number 1, you're supposed to feel worse after 50. Understand that your mindset about aging and the role that you play in your own well-being creates your current state of health. So we've got to break the cycle of negative self-limiting self-talk. Number 1, become aware of your thoughts. Number 2, write down your self-talk. And number 3, decide what you want to be true and start creating new self-talk with affirmations. Just remember, you don't have to accept the negative self-talk. You get to choose what you want to believe because your reticular activating system is going to believe whatever you tell it to believe, right? So use the affirmations to tell your brain that you're going to choose something different. We need to change the thought pattern. If you're not willing to do that, nothing else matters. Forget the meal plan, forget the exercise plan. You have to start here. That's why that's number 1. All right, myth number 2, restricting calories and avoiding fats helps you lose weight and stay healthy after 50. Remember what I said about calories. You can't accurately measure the number that you need. Calorie restriction can slow your metabolic rate because you risk not fueling properly, and that's actually going to cause you to store fat And not all calories are created equal. Just remember the example I gave you with the pretzels and the almond butter and the apple slices, right? We can't say that those are the same, even though they're both 100 calories. And don't forget what I said about fats. Not all fats, like calories, are created equal. We need the healthy fats, like, the real butter, the coconut oil, the wild fish, the good quality poultry, grass-fed beef. We need the healthy fats to survive and thrive, especially maintain a healthy weight, maintain healthy bones, maintain a healthy gut, maintain healthy cholesterol levels. We need healthy fats for those things. So step number 2 is to eat an anti-inflammatory diet, making sure the foods you eat are balanced for your unique metabolic nutritional type. And don't forget the importance of buying organic to reduce your exposure to toxins, and doing a 30-day elimination diet to eliminate potential food allergens. Myth number 3, being healthy after 50 is just about eating right and exercising daily. We can't overlook sleep deprivation. Remember, it causes inflammation, it slows your metabolism, it messes your hormones up. So step number 3 is to create a nighttime ritual to help you sleep more soundly. And again, this is going to help elevate your sleepy time hormones. It's going to reduce your stress hormones, and it's going to help you not only fall asleep easily, but it's going to help you sleep better through the night. I promise you it works. Myth number 4, you need to feel the burn to lose weight, maintain healthy bones and joints, and build muscle after 50. Just remember, if you have a lot of stress from not eating right, not sleeping right, not drinking enough water, environmental toxins, your energy drained, right? And what that means is that any sort of intense exercise is going to add stress to your body. So you always work in before you work out. And remember, working in exercises increase your energy, they reduce stress, they help you rebalance your body. Now, what do you do with all this? I mean, we've talked about a lot of information in about an hour. You might be saying, where do I start? How do I implement all of this? Here's the thing. Some women succeed achieving their health and fitness goals on their own, but I'm going to be honest with you, most women are not successful on their own. They spin their wheels, repeating failure over and over and over. And I'm going to tell you why. There's 3 reasons why women fail on their own. Number 1, they don't have the right knowledge of how to put together a complete program. They don't have a workable plan of action that incorporates all the components they need to be successful. And they don't have the right support system needed to make the lifestyle changes necessary to not only achieve their goals, but maintain them for life. So the question is, what's the best way to achieve the results that you want to accomplish? The best way to do that is to follow a proven plan that gives you a clear roadmap and the guidance, support, and accountability that you need to reach your goals. And I give you a proven plan with Better Beyond 50. That's why you need to join the BB50 coaching program and community, so you can get a done-for-you system. So you can get the support, you can get the resources. Now remember, when you join by the end of this call, free coaching session with me, and you'll be able to join the Spring 2017 30-day reset, which starts just around the corner. It's just a week from Monday. Again, only $297 a year, 2 months free. So when you go to joinbb50.com, you can learn more and you can register there. Now, you might be saying, well, Melissa, this sounds great. I just don't have the time. I'm too busy. Well, I don't want to spend the money. I'm just not sure I can do it. I'm going to be very honest with you. These are excuses. And these excuses are holding you back from becoming the best version of yourself. I want to leave you with a final thought. No matter where you are today, you have the power to change where you are tomorrow by the choices you make. You choose what you eat and drink. You choose what time you go to bed. You choose how you manage your stress. You choose whether or not to exercise. You even choose which kinds of thoughts you allow into your mind. And all of these choices collectively impact your current state of health. So you can choose to go forward. You can choose to live a healthier life, or you can choose to do nothing, or you can even choose to go backwards. But I will tell you this, if you don't choose to make time for your health today, what you're really doing is choosing illness, if illness hasn't already hit you today. Now, I want to ask you, what path are you going to choose? If you're going to choose health, I'd be honored to take that journey with you. Again, join by the end of the call, free coaching session with me, $200 value. It's a pretty generous offer. And you get access to our spring 2017 30-day reset. In those 30 days, I promise you, if you follow the plan that I give you, you will have an amazing transformation. I'm not saying everything's gonna happen in 30 days, because as I said before, this is a lifelong journey, but you're going to get an amazing kickstart in that 30-day process. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I didn't want you to think I forgot here. I did promise you a free gift. So here's how you can get it, just for sticking with me to the end, as a thank you to you. Go to joinbb50.com, scroll to the bottom of the page, and you will see a link to your free bonuses. So click on that link and it will take you directly to these 3 videos. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stick around for a few minutes to answer any questions that you have. Now's the time to ask if you've got questions about the program, if you have a nutrition question or fitness question, or maybe a sleep question for me. I'm happy to answer your question. I'm just going to leave this information up here. Again, go to joinbb50.com to sign up tonight to take advantage of that coaching session and make sure that you are able to get in on our spring 2017 30-day reset. Cool. All right, so I see we have some people joining. I want to welcome Cynthia. I want to welcome Judith. I want to welcome Susan. So delighted to have you ladies with us. I am going to turn the chat box back on. I had disabled it because it's a little distracting when I've got the presentation going, so I didn't want to have that going in the background. Ladies, if you have a question, please feel free to ask. And I'm just going to pause here to take a drink of water. After talking for about an hour, starting to lose my voice a little bit. I don't know if you can tell I'm pretty passionate about health, pretty passionate about helping other women. So I get excited and then start to talk a little loud, and then I start to lose my voice. All right, we got Mary Lou. Welcome, Mary Lou. All right, ladies, fire away. I want your questions. So let's see here. Here we go. They're coming in. So Sandra says, what do you do when someone like me works the night shift and you're getting to bed and not getting to bed by 10? You know, Sandra, this is a tough one, because when you look at studies of people that work the 3rd shift, they have the highest incidence of chronic illness. And I'm not saying that to scare you or to be mean. I'm talking about the statistics. And if you think about it, when you're going to bed after 10, you know, several times a week, you're missing out on that repair time. So, you know, I encourage you, first of all, to make sure you're doing a lot of the other things I talked about tonight, you know, eating healthy, managing your stress. But I would also encourage you to think about how you could, in some ways, potentially change your schedule a little bit. I consulted actually with several nurses, and one of them ended up getting so ill that she wasn't able to do her job anymore. So she actually had to quit her job. And it's unfortunate that we have people, you know, even in like the healthcare system, that can't honor their sleep needs. So I encourage you to kind of be thinking, what are some other things I can be doing now, diet-wise, stress management-wise, starting with the working in, but also thinking, how can you slowly start to shift your schedule so maybe you're not working, you know, shift work every single night? Because what happens is your body, it takes a toll and it does catch up to you. So as much as you can, do a lot of the other stuff I talked about, but how can you also slowly start to kind of work away from the shift work, maybe doing it less and taking on some day hours. Carol says, can you put up the slide that shows what you get with the program? Let's see if I can do that for you. I'll pull that slide up for you, Carol. I'll do that quickly because I just want to be able to leave this last slide on for people so they know where to go. All right. Oops. So this is everything that you get with your Better Beyond 50 program, Carol. And I'll leave that up just for a few seconds here, and then I'll go back to the other. Debbie says, I'm experiencing a lot of health issues, especially with dizziness. Yes, it's tough to say, Debbie. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, so I legally and ethically cannot diagnose health problems. So I can't say, hey, this is probably why it's happening. But I can tell you that, you know, what's challenging is that it can be a lot of different things. So what I would encourage you to do is to start with the plan that I've outlined tonight, just to see if that makes any improvements. And then, you kind of have to do some troubleshooting. That's what I did with my own health issues years ago. I started to make some simple changes in my diet, how I manage my stress. Again, the mindset piece is important. You have to really change your mindset. Just by changing your mindset, you start to open yourself up to the right resources. It's pretty amazing. Dee says, I'm not able to access bb50.com. D, you have to go to joinbb50.com. It's not bb50.com. It's join, Join, joinbb50.com. And we've got the link right up there for you. We got it. It's right in the control panel there for you. Karen said, is the program for a year? What happens after a year? So Karen, it is a year-long program. And at the end of the year, you can decide if you want to continue, or you can decide that it's not the right fit for you. A lot of our members, quite honestly, at the end of the year say, wow, I'm getting so much support. They want to keep going. You know, you get to participate in 30-day challenges 3 times a year. You get to participate in all of our women's health workshops. We do 2 of those a year. So you have so many opportunities, to stay connected and get support and guidance. I find most people want to keep getting that support. And every time we do a program, it's slightly different. So you learn something new, you set new goals. But again, Karen, it is an annual program. So you get to decide at the end of the course of the year what you'd like to do. All right. Karen says, is there an accountability piece? Karen, I think accountability is probably the most important piece of any wellness program. And so what I've done is I've worked really hard to make sure that you are getting the support that you need and the accountability that you need. So there absolutely is. We do the 30-day resets 3 times a year. You have 24/7 access to the support community. You get the one-on-one coaching call with me. You get to do the workshops, live workshops. You can ask questions to our health experts. I honestly, I can't imagine getting more. The amount of support and accountability that you get is pretty amazing. So absolutely. Okay. All right, Margaret, welcome. Julie says, my knee surgery is Tuesday. Should I start during the next offering? Julie, I would encourage you to sign up now. And even though you have surgery, here's the beauty of Better Beyond 50. If you're not able to start the next 30-day reset, like when we start our live session, we actually record everything. So after your surgery, you can listen to the recordings on your own time. And then what I would encourage you to do is do the program whenever you can start, and then plan on joining our next live program. But I would join now so you can at least take advantage of that coaching session. So we have a lot of people, life happens for everybody. And I find like it's really never a right time. There's always going to be something in your life where something's happening. We have a lot of women in our community that, have surgery, or, something comes up with a family member. A lot of our members. So I would encourage you to listen to the recorded sessions on your own time. Okay. Karen says, can you help with sugar addiction? So, Karen, we have a lot of women in our community that are challenged with sugar cravings. Sugar addiction is a medical term, so I can't say, yes, I can help you with that, because just legally and ethically, I can't make that claim. I will tell you this. I would probably say 90 to 95% of the women in our community are challenged with sugar cravings. So that is absolutely something that we address in our program. You're going to definitely want to participate in the 30-day reset, because what I do is I help you kind of cleanse your body and get your body healthy and balanced so you can eliminate the sugar cravings. I myself had severe issues with sugar years ago. I mean, I can definitely say I was an addict. I couldn't go a day without it. And the very meal planning system that I teach you in BB50 is the plan that I've used. And I've used to help hundreds of women in our community. So sugar issues are definitely something that we tackle. Dee says, is that also for the free gifts? Dee, yes, you need to go to Join BB50, Dee, to access the free gifts. Carol said it didn't come up. I'll go to Join BB50 and see if it's there. Yeah, Carol, you need to go to Join BB50. Exactly. Join. It's not bb50.com. It's Join BB50. Karen says, thank you. You're welcome. Jan says, if it's not possible for me to join tonight, can I join another time at $30 a month? So Jan, the benefit of joining tonight is that you get to take advantage of that coaching session. We are officially closing down registration for this round of our 30-day reset this coming Thursday. So you can sign up this week. You just won't be able to take advantage of that coaching session. So if you can, I highly recommend you join tonight, but you have until next Thursday before we officially kind of close the doors. Okay, so great question. Shannon says, sleep is a big issue for me. And I was diagnosed with RA last November. What would be a ballpark estimate of when relief might be expected? Shannon, we have a lot of people with arthritic issues. It's a big thing we talk about in BB50. And here's the good news for you. I've interviewed a number of different experts about this. I interviewed a renowned expert in joint health and muscle and bone health named David Getoff for the Better Beyond 50 Summit this past fall. And he basically said, listen, if you're willing to change your diet 99.9% of the time, that's going to be enough. But then there is the other small part of that 0.1% that's left. Sometimes supplements are necessary, and then we can't overlook the importance of other lifestyle factors like stress, sleep, and movement. But a huge piece is diet. The majority of issues we have with bones and joints from a lot of people are diet related. So I can't, unfortunately, Shannon, I can't make a claim. Just legally and ethically, I can't say 2 weeks, a month, 6 months. But I will tell you that we've had a number of women alleviate arthritic pain following our protocol. Unfortunately, I can't give you a time frame. I'm not allowed to do that. But I can tell you that we've had lots of success in that area. Okay, ladies, any other questions for me? I am here for you. I'm happy to stick around a few more minutes. One question that I've gotten before is, what do I do, with my husband? If I start following, a specific, the BB50 meal plan, like what do I do with my husband? And, if you're in a relationship, you're married or you have a partner, maybe some of your kids are still living with you, you can make this work for your family. Everyone in our community has someone in their lives, who's impacted by their lifestyle changes. So, you're not alone. And I will tell you that there are ways to sort of modify your meal plan so that, you can sort of still stay true to the meal plan, but you don't feel like you're sort of forcing it on your family. So they don't have to do everything with you. So just wanted to put that out there because I hear that a lot. Carol says, to get the coaching session, is it immediately after the call, or can we check out the website first? So Carol, you do have to get the coaching session, you do have to sign up for BB50 at the end of the call. And then typically what we do is we get them set up shortly after we start the 30-day reset. I actually like to have people start the reset so they have an opportunity to start implementing some of the changes on their own. And it's an opportunity to really make the most of your coaching session because you'll have a chance to kind of implement some of the plan. And then you can say, okay, these are the questions that I have. These are the things that I need help with. So to take advantage of the coaching session, to get the session, you do have to sign up by the end of the call. Excuse me there. I'm just taking another sip of water. Okay. Any other questions for me, ladies? All right. We got Sharon. Welcome, Sharon. We got Karen. Woo! Karen says, I joined. I'm looking forward to getting to know you and learning from you. Karen, I'm looking forward to getting to know you as well. And Karen, I do hope that you will join our live 30-day reset, which starts next Monday. I'm going to be sending information about that to all of our new members at the end of this week. So definitely that's where we want to start. We want to start with the 30-day reset. And you're going to find by doing that, it's going to help you take advantage of all the other benefits that we have, really make the most of your experience. So Karen, I'm delighted. Really excited to have you with us. Thank you. Awesome. We've had some great comments tonight, some great questions. Anyone, before we go, anyone want to share something that they learned that surprised them? You know, did I teach you something tonight where you said, oh gosh, I never thought about that before? Or maybe I've heard that before, but I didn't quite realize, that thinking was false. Carol says, I missed the first half of the call, so I need to check out the website maybe next time for me. No problem, Carol. Thanks for joining us. Any other questions for me? And if anyone wants to share anything, I'd love to know maybe something that you learned. I hope this was beneficial to you. Just going to stick around for just a couple minutes here. Make sure that there are no more questions before we decide to wrap things up for tonight. And I'm just going to take a quick sip of water here. Excuse me. Sandra, thank you for sharing. Sandra says, working in versus working out. That was news to me. Awesome. That was news to me too, Sandra, when I learned that from one of my mentors about 10 years ago. I was the go hard, go home girl. I over-exercised, and that was part of my problem. Julie just joined us. Welcome, Julie. Very good. Excellent. We've got a lot of great new members joining our community. Roberta says, does the system help with MS? So Roberta, I don't know if you heard me say this before, just legally and ethically, I can't make specific medical claims. I'm not allowed to do that. But have we had people with MS join our community and have success? The answer to that is yes. But I can't make any more specific claims than that. Roberta, here's the thing. At the end of the day, if you apply what I teach you, you don't feel any better within the first 30 days, then you let me know. Then, but at the end of the day, if you apply what I teach you, you're going to feel better. So I do hope that you join us, Roberta, because we've had a lot of women with similar issues have some pretty amazing success. But again, I can't make specific medical claims. Shannon, sounds worthwhile, certainly better than the pharmacological model. Thank you. Yeah, Shannon, we like to promote lifestyle change. And you know what? It's going to work like 99.9% of the time. So why take unnecessary drugs when we don't have to? A lot of the stories I shared tonight, these were women that were able to go off their medications. Of course, I always say you need to consult with a medical doctor. When we talk about medications, that's not something that we do at BB50. We're not legally and ethically, we can't tell people to stop taking medications. We don't do that. But we do encourage you how to reduce stress, teach you how to reduce stress so that you can truly live an amazing lifestyle. And we've had many people successfully go off medications. Christine says, can't afford to lose any more weight. I'm 85 pounds. Okay, so Christine, our program would actually help you gain weight. I'm glad you brought that up, Christine, because our program is not necessarily a, quote, weight loss program. I like to call it a weight normalizing program. It's designed to actually help you achieve a normal, healthy weight. So we do have women lose weight. We've actually had women join our community who actually need to gain weight. So you don't have to be concerned about that, Christine. This is about learning how to, this isn't a diet. This is about learning how to live a clean eating, anti-inflammatory lifestyle. And Christine, I do want to add that, our weight is just one indicator of wellness. I don't even really like to focus on weight because I think it's just a very narrow perspective of health. So and you can actually be at a healthy weight, and I'm not saying you, Christine, but I'm saying anyone can be at a healthy weight and not actually be healthy. So I like to focus on getting healthy, not just about sort of, what the scale says, getting to what we think the scale should say. So Christine, absolutely, we can certainly help you. It sounds to me like you can stand to, put some extra body fat on, and we would definitely help you with that. D, so when I join, everything including the gifts are offered. I have been out of work for 4+ months with no income, but have ongoing health issues. Yes, D, when you join, everything that I talked about, all the member benefits, all the bonuses, everything is included with your membership. And again, you go to Join BB50 for anyone who is not wasn't sure where to go. It's joinbb50.com. Julie says, thank you, knee surgery and all. I'm joining and excited. I'm excited to have you with us, Julie. Small changes, Julie, even though we've had a lot of women who've had surgery. And I'm going to encourage you to connect with other women in our community who've undergone surgery, and they've still made change in their lives. So I don't want you to let that hold you back. We don't want surgery to be an excuse or a reason, right? There's still things you can do. All right. Let's see, Talitha, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Talitha, welcome. Glad to have you with us. Shannon joined. Excellent. Glad to have you with us, Shannon. Wonderful. This is great. I'm excited. We're going to have a great group this time around. Shannon says, working in when it was new to me as well. Yeah, Shannon, a lot of our members like the working in philosophy. When I start telling people they can exercise less, they're like, really? Yes, people like that. And I assure you that it works. This is about reducing stress. We don't want to add to our stress. And I'm a big fan of personally, I work out, I work in every day. I'm all about the working in, all about the walking and the light yoga. Those are my personal favorites. So great. Glad to have you with us, Shannon. Very good. This is exciting. Any other questions or comments before we go, ladies? Thank you so much for coming. I know we had a holiday today, and we had people celebrating with their families. So I appreciate you taking time out of your holiday to be with me today. I hope that this was helpful. I hope you learned something. I hope you're feeling inspired and motivated to change your life. Shannon says, I just signed up, but I'm not seeing the 3 free gifts. So Shannon, the 3 free gifts are at the bottom of the page at joinbb50.com. The other place, Shannon, since you just became a member, the other place you can get them is by going into the Better Beyond 50 member portal, and you're going to click on the link that says Summits and Workshops. You're going to find not only those 3 videos, but you're going to find the entire summit, because that's a bonus that you get with your membership. So just log right into your portal and go under the link that says Workshops and Summits, and you'll find all 3 of those 3 bonuses, plus all the other expert presentations from the summit. So you get everything, Shannon. You get all 23 of them, not just the 3 freebies, but all 23 of the expert videos, because it's part of your membership. They're great stuff. Those were great expert presentations, so I hope you enjoy them. All right, ladies, I'm not seeing any other questions or comments coming in, so I think we're going to wrap things up. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you being here. Again, I hope you learned something. I hope you got something out of my presentation. And new members, those of you that just joined us, I am really excited to start working with you next Monday. You're going to hear from me at the end of the week. I'm going to send you a personal email with all the details to join our live call. So get ready to change your life. You're going to become a new person. I promise. You're going to be a new woman. All right. Well, that is it for tonight. Have a wonderful evening, and I look forward to talking with you soon. All right. Take care. Bye-bye. Welcome, Denise. Before we go, welcome, Denise. I just saw Denise joined. And Sandra. Wow. Welcome, Sandra. This is beautiful. Excellent. Glad to have you with us. Anybody else? Dee is saying, I wanted to pay for the full amount, not just 30. Yep, Dee, so when you go to joinbb50.com, you'll notice when you get to the payment button, there's 2 options. If you can do the full amount, it's the better value because you do get 2 months free for $297. I highly recommend that you do that. It's a little bit of a better value for you. So there are 2 payment options. Did you see Dee sign up? We're looking into that, Dee. I'm not sure if you meant that you already paid the 30 and you meant to do the 297. I don't know if you, Dee, if you're still there, if you can clarify, did you accidentally hit the $30? Okay, we don't have you registered yet, Dee. So when you go to joinbb50.com, okay, so she's saying, I've already received an email for the $30 payment. Can I pay the remaining $267? Okay, Dee, so here's what you need to do. Sign up for the $297, and someone from my support team will refund you the $30. So just go back to joinbb50.com, sign up for the year, click the $297 option, and then we'll make sure that we refund the $30 payment. We'll get right on that for you. All right, ladies, any other, great. So we got Dee joining us. This is wonderful. Any other, I was just about to log off and then I saw some more comments come on. So I just want to make sure that I welcome all of our new members and that I answer any other questions, or if anyone else has a comment before we leave. Going once, going twice. And again, joinbb50.com, pretty simple. But the registration process is really, really simple. As soon as you sign up, you'll get a welcome email. All right. Anything on your end? Okay. All right, ladies, I think this is it for real. I think we're going to wrap things up for real. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'd like to practice what I preach, so I gotta do my power down in a little bit so I can be in bed by 10 o'clock. I got to be nice and rested because we start our 30-day reset in just a week. So ladies, thanks again. Have a wonderful night. And all right, I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.